a large user group, user community, and we need to actually think about it in a different way. And sometimes the keyword is actually niche. So the first thing you need to think about is when you have user profiles, when you have your own sort of proprietary data from your user, you don't really want to have control of it over to somebody else. This is what happened to Facebook, and Facebook has a problem and an issue where people are complaining about privacy. Also, if you heard of Ning, recently also have similar issue where they started to change their terms of use, terms of service, to basically take control of your information. Now, the thing is, what you really want here is you want to safeguard those information. You don't want this information in third-party sites. For example, I want to build my own community. When my community grows, I want those information totally in my control. And I don't want next time Facebook changes terms of service again, I'm going to lose confidence from my users saying, hey, I'm losing privacy information here. So I want total control of my privacy. The next one, which is where the whole gist of the what BuddyPress can do. Well, as you know, BuddyPress is actually a social layer above WordPress installed. So with WordPress MU, for example, multiple user, you already have your user base, yeah? So just by installing this plugin, that you can actually just go to the plugin installer and search for BuddyPress, press install, it activates, and everything's there. So what's good about this one is that we can start looking into niche markets, and those niche markets have all different needs. When we build our site, our community site, when we build it depending on, for example, third parties, Facebook, Twitter, we limit the imagination, we limit the creativity we can do with it, because we need to comply with those kind of service. So the main power is that you have the power to customize for those service, for those niche. You can you personalize those unique sets of information, basically by the feature called the extended profiles. And also, this is why you can make the site whatever way you want. And that site will work best for your community. For example, I want to build a biker site. Build a biker site that actually has its own little slang, you know, all around the place. When I go to post, maybe I don't want to see post. I don't want to see the word post there. I want to see my bike ride, you know. When I want to reply, I don't want to say, I don't want to click on the button reply. I want to click on button. Maybe I meet you for another ride or something. So those are customization ability that comes with BuddyPress. And this is also possible where we look into this few examples of the way of customizing BuddyPress site. For this is a bit technical. For example, extended profiles. Like I mentioned, extended profiles has the ability for you to create new user information that you can group together, and you can use it in a different way. For example, if I want to do a beauty site, I want my users to key in information that it relates to beauty sites. I don't just want their Twitter, Facebook account. I want them to be able to key in what kind of skin type they have. Do they have blonde hair or whatever? Do they have kind of beauty trainings or things like that when they sign up? So those information will be useful to me when those users sign up. So that makes it that much more useful when you have this kind of ability in BuddyPress. Of course, just now when I talked about changing the words that you see on the site, changing from post to bike rides, changing from groups to venues, so and changing from members to travelers, and all these things. Just pointing out here that is basically changeable or doable just by changing one file. That's how simple it is. Of course, I think a lot of you have talked about, a lot of previous speakers talked about permalinks. Permalinks is also one of them. I want to talk about a little bit more about this translation file that we take for granted sometimes. Anyone of you play with translation files? Because now go ahead. So translation files are basically language files that actually you can use to basically change from different languages. That is the main reason it's created, but it doesn't mean that the function limits to that. What we can do is that for BuddyPress, the POT file, the PO file that comes with BuddyPress has hundreds of these what do you call this? These terms that you can set translation for. What it means is that you can actually you can set your own translation, not in terms of language, but in terms of context. For example, I want to say, maybe I can show you a bit of the example of this kind of function later. For example, when I say I want to change groups into venues, what do you think? Do I need to go into the core? I need to change the core? That's too difficult. But if I use the POT file, which actually has those functions to actually change the terms, actually I just need to create a new POT file and change the group's translation into venues. Everything in the site will be changed to venues. So this is some of the functions that sometimes as developers you overlook. It's actually a very cool tool that you can use. Geo-RSS. Geo-RSS is becoming more and more relevant now. Actually, thanks to the geo-social networking boom here from Foursquare to Voila. So Geo-RSS is basically not something very new. It's actually quite a long time already, but I think WordPress has put in this function a long time ago, and actually there's a lot of functions that can be used to create this Geo-RSS that attaches to your post. Again, talking about Geo-RSS and the basically the geo-social networking, which is what we see as a point where everybody's going to that now. You know, like Automatic, they actually come up with a new plugin, I think last month, that actually is called Geolocation. That actually, when you activate it, it creates a meta box under your post table. You can type in an address, and actually there will be a marker there on the Google map. So these are the trends that we're seeing now. These are the trends that geolocation or geo-mapping is becoming the trend now. So, and it's becoming more and more important to incorporate this into social networking sites. Again, these are some of the examples that we found on the showcase on WordPress. This is from irrationalgames.com. This is a BuddyPress site, which basically you can see that it changes its context, it changes its labels, it changes everything to meet the need for that particular community. Now this is a very cool site. You can see that from the side here, there's a community, yeah, there'll be projects with communities, and there will be featured members listed